guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know by the title of this video, I'm just going to be doing a couple swatches of the Morphe Fall Into Frost 35F palette. So I've got it right here. I've had it for a while now, so it is a bit dirty on the inside, but I will show you the inside. These are the colours. So basically this palette has a lot of shimmer colours, and that is what I wanted. I just wanted a palette that had a lot of shimmers because I already have quite a few matte colours. So basically the top 4 rows are just shimmers. Some are more than others. I believe there are a few pressed pigments, which I think is this one and this one over here. They're more like, have like speckles of glitter, and then just one row of mattes. So I guess we'll just get into swatching them, and then at the end I'll give possibly a little bit of a review on the shades. Here is my first row of swatches. The first colour is kind of like a white gold, and it is named Visible. The second one is called Champagne, and it is more of like a dark rose gold compared to the next one, which is Sahara, and that one is more of an authentic rose gold. The next one, which is Starlight, is kind of like a light gold. The next one, which is named Chiffon, is kind of like a orangey gold, I'd say. Next one is Honeycomb, and it actually is really like a honeycomb kind of color. It's very like orange but has brown undertones in it as well. And then the last one over here is more of like a blood orange, but it does have like kind of dark gold shimmers through it. This is the next row of swatches. So the first one is called Sepia. So this is kind of like a browny gold, kind of more of like a medium toned type of brown. The next one over here, which is called Vienna, that is like a dark brown. It also has like speckles of gold in it, which is hard to see like on camera, but it does have like a shimmer through it. The next one is called Cabana, and it is very similar to some of the shades on the last swatch. So it is like a gold, but I'd say it's more of like a light orange gold. The next one is such a weird colour, so it's hard to like show it, but it is a brown, so it's kind of like medium to darker tone brown, but it actually has like a little bit of like gold in it. Like it, when you see it in the light, it looks gold, and it almost looks kind of grey as well, which you can kind of probably tell. It's kind of like a grey brown, I'd say. I think this one is called Onyx. It's O-N-Y-X. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but yes. So this one here is more of like a purple slash pinky kind of colour. It kind of reminds me of like a light maroon colour, and again has shimmer in it. This one here is called Vintage. The next one is called Gem. It is a brown shimmer, and as you can see, like the color you're seeing is the color that it is. It's very nice. It is a darker brown, but it does have like a shimmer, a little bit of shimmer through it, which I think is really pretty. Last one is 24K Gold. So this one actually, you can probably see, has like glitter sparkles through it, and it's basically just like a gold, but I'd say it's more of like an orangey gold opposed to just an authentic gold. The next row of colours I actually really love. Like these colours are a bit different to the ones kind of in the top 2 rows, because there's a lot of browns and kind of goldy kind of colours. So these ones are a bit more bright. So the first one is called Reduce, and this one again, like 24K Gold, has also some glitter sparkles in it, and it is kind of like a peachy kind of colour, which is really pretty and suits a lot of people. The next color is called Magician, and it is basically just like a pink. It's kind of like a darker kind of pink, and it is really nice. The next one is kind of like a champagne-y kind of color, similar to the ones in the top row, and that one is called Swan. The next one is Hidden Treasure. So this is a very kind of like a dark gold. The next one is Phantom. So this is basically just a purple color. It's kind of a dark purple. I think it's just a really nice purple that could work with a lot of looks. The next one is Cabinet. It's kind of like a purple pink kind of color is the best way I would describe it, because it is quite purple, but it's also like in person you can see a bit of like darker pinks in it. But yeah, again, it's a nice purple. And the last one on this row is called Ariel. And I actually really love this color. Like, I cannot wait to do like a look with this color, because it is kind of like a brighter kind of pink, a brighter kind of peachy color. And it's also like a bit darker, like it has like red tones in it. So I just really like this color. This is the fourth row of sparkles and the last row of sparkles. So the first 4 rows have sparkle kind of eyeshadows. Sorry, sparkle. I meant to say shimmery kind of eyeshadows. And then the last one's a matte, which will be next. The first one is called Intuition. It's just like a really dark purple. We saw a purple in the last row, but this one is just like a little bit darker. Then we have, I believe, the truest gold in the mix. This one is called Caro or Caro, so it is just a very obvious gold. The next one, which is called Sight, is a gold / a brown. It is very similar to some of the other ones that I have already swatched, but that has happened in this palette. There's a few that kind of look very similar. The next one is Belladonna, and this one I love. It's very similar to Ariel. It is like a pinky. This one I feel has like a little bit more of a shimmer though, but yeah, very nice color. The next one is Memento. So that is very similar to some of the other ones we've seen as well, just a dark shimmery brown. The next one is called Graffiti. So this is a kind of like a black / really dark brown, but it does have shimmers through it, and it is very nice. I think it'd be nice for a shimmery smoky eye. Last one is called Travel, and it is a brown, again very similar to kind of what we've already seen, but again a nice color that will work on a lot of different people because it is a brown and it is a neutral color. Last colors on this palette are matte colors. I will say that the payoff on these are not as strong as the shimmer colors. I did have to swatch a little bit more to actually get some color on my arm. That being said, I have used some of the mattes on my eyes before for a very simple look, and they work. They are pigmented. So the first one is kind of like a nude color. It's kind of like a yellow mixed with a orange, very kind of light orange you could say, or very dark yellow. It could go either way. And that one is called Bliss. The next one is called Illusion. So this is kind of like a pinky kind of brown color. The next one is Sand, and this one is more of like an orangey brown color. Next one is called Terrain, which is kind of the brown one. It is the darkest brown of the mattes, and this is Hazel. It's more of a lighter brown, which I think can work with like a lot of colors too, which is really good. Then we have Fortune, which is this one, and it is kind of like a brown, but like a reddy kind of clay brown. And then lastly we have a black, which I think is really good to have in this palette. The majority of shimmery colors are dark, which means you could easily turn them into smoky eyes by using this black. I literally can't say what the black one is. It's OBSIDAN. It's like Obsidian or something like that, but yeah, that is the black color. And that is all of the mattes in the palette, and that is all of the colors swatched. They were all of the swatches of every color in this palette. Now I have tried them on my eyes. I do want to actually do a separate video of just an eye look with these shadows to show how the pigment is and everything. What I will say is that the pigment on the shimmers is literally so good. and I know I'm not showing you, but just if you take my word for it, it is amazing. The matte colors, as you would have seen, I wouldn't say they're less pigmented, but they take a little bit more to build up. So, but I think that's perfect in a matte shade because they are your blending shades for majority of the time if you are using a shimmer. So I think it's good to have a buildable matte shade instead of one that is really heavy, because you don't really want that. So that's fine, but the matte shades on the eye actually go on better. I think it's just, you know, once you've primed your eyes, all of these eyeshadows go on really well. Just on the inside of my forearm, obviously it's not going to come off as pigmented as what they actually are. So even the shimmers, like, they came off really pigmented on the inside of my forearm. Imagine how they are on the eye once you've primed. What I will say is, although all of the colours are really beautiful, a lot are the same, and you would have probably seen that when I was swatching, and I did say that ones were like similar to each other, which they are, and some of them are really similar. Like, I would have liked more of a variety. A couple times, two of them were very, very similar. I guess what I'm saying is I would have liked to see maybe a different colour, a different shimmer colour in there, as opposed to one that's very similar to another one in the palette. That's my swatches and kind of little review on the Morphe 35F palette. This was my first palette that I got from Morphe, and it hasn't disappointed me. I just wish the Morphe palettes had the names of the colours underneath them. It does come with a film over here, which I was reading off to tell you what the colours were actually called. But besides that, it's fine because you can just keep this for reference. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope if you are looking into this palette, this helped you decide whether you want to get this palette or whether you want to get another Morphe palette, because I'm sure it's made with the same type of ingredients. So yeah, it's a really good palette. I enjoy it and I have used it quite a bit so far. I only got it maybe a month ago. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you're new to see more of my videos. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye!